What's going on, everybody? This is Roster of the Burbank Misfits. And of course, I'm joined with my wonderful co host, CW.
What they do, boo?
And I hope everybody listening,
What
and I hope everybody listening had a fantastic Thanksgiving, this is coming out like week after, Thanksgiving. And we didn't set up a guest originally for this week. So this is just like, us just swinging it, as we always do. And like, we're gonna talk about some anime. We're gonna talk about colorism. We're gonna talk about some fun stuff today. But let's first just jump into this old colorism thing in the industry.
Oh,
Because
well, you want me to give my synopsis of the weekend's events,
go ahead.
and we'll get into it. So, apparently, a young lady uh, that's been in the industry for a couple months decided to, from what I understand, call out the colorism and racism in the industry in itself, and kind of call out other performers on their lack, what her perceived, well, her perception of their lack of care and action to dismantle colorism and racism in the porn industry. Um, well, one thing to me, the young lady has been in the industry for a couple months, and wow, kudos to her for noticing something right off. But at the same time, you can't call out these performers that you just joined it in the last couple months. And if you're pretty young, let's say, I hope you haven't been watching porn for the last 15 years, but you're not watching all these same black performers you're calling out when they have control of their own production and the ability to make black porn or porn that doesn't seemingly cater to a European standard, they do. So what I was amazed by was, okay, somebody that didn't know what they were talking about said something, but everybody that does know what they're talking about, well, not everybody, but a lot of people who do know what they're talking about and do know the ins and outs of the industry and what's happening from what she doesn't see, they decided to talk about it for 3 or 4 days. And it gives me that, yeah, I guess it's something to be talked about, but also a hit dog gonna holler. So it's like you don't have to justify the work you do in the industry that where you don't control the work, really.
I disagree with you on that, and this is where we're gonna butt heads on. So I feel
Okay.
like on one end, I do believe it needs to be discussed, mainly because
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things that people have been discussing for years
Mm-hmm.
about their issues with the industry as a whole. And it was just like within the last 2 years of them stopping using the term IR, even though people still call it IR, you just aren't supposed to say that word interracial anymore. Um, and there's a lot of things that, even with a few pictures, whatever, that someone posted recently, um, where they change people's skin colors or they take out certain things, they make them lighter and things like that. It's just been a whole thing of like, awareness of the takeaway of, what does and what doesn't make money or what they perceive not to make money. And like ever since I've been around the industry, it's been an issue with people feeling that Black people aren't being represented as much. And when I first started watching porn, it was a lot more Black on Black porn, but
Mm-hmm.
with time changing, whatever, and certain companies or businesses not being around anymore, you don't get that as much anymore. But people fail to realize that Black on Black porn still exists. And honestly, more so now because of the content creating, it's like a lot of people do it on their own. It is out there. and people are just looking at it from the outside in because they're still new, and they
So
only.
Rossar, what are you disagreeing with me on?
I'm disagreeing with you the fact because you said that what's some trans on here? You said that basically
Mm, be careful with that word basically. I didn't make a basic statement.
no, because like you were
Because if
talking
you're
about
going
it
to sum
doesn't
it up,
exist.
you better sum it up right.
No, because
If you're
you
going to
said
say
it doesn't exist.
basically,
You said it doesn't exist.
no, I said
Uh
it does exist. I said when these creators have the opportunity, when you're looking for it, you notice that the creators who are you see in what you consider working with white people all the time, they're the ones creating black porn when they have control of the production and control of
okay.
their own stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
saying a
but
lot of people
the
that you
thing
called
is
out
like from what I
are
see,
people that are
everybody was
making the
attacking
black porn.
everybody was attacking certain people who do shoot a lot of black stuff, black on black stuff.
I,
Then like
Wait, I'm confused. Who was attacking the people that shoot black porn?
no, I mean they were talking about certain people who shoot black porn, and then they said like they do nothing about the issues in the industry about you know.
Okay, so I guess my thing with that would be like, what would you do besides make? I mean, so they want them to be vocal, more vocal, because
I
the
believe that's what
best
we're
way
trying to
to
say. I believe, but the thing is that they
the best
are
way to
vocal.
have black porn is to create black porn. So they're doing something by just creating black porn.
You know.
Because if they didn't create it, it wouldn't exist.
I agree. Okay, so as I'm just saying, it just comes down to actually making it, and putting it out there in the forefront. But it's hard to put the foot in the front for it because even though they're content creators and they have like X amount of followers, only the followers of each person are going to see that initially, unless it's spread. While as the company has, a wider spread,
Well, yeah, a company has more money to push and
publish, yeah.
publicize their work, and yeah, to advertise their work. So yeah, of course, it's going to be a. I guess it's going to be it's going to be a lack of equal representation. There's never going to be a equal representation in two things that don't between one thing that makes money and one thing that doesn't make as much money. The thing that makes the most money for someone is what they're going to push the most. Just like we saw in the DVD era, like people who made black porn was making a lot of money making black porn, and that's what they pushed. And when the money dried up, that's some people that made it stopped making it, and some people that just made it and weren't able to transition, it just fell off.
I feel that a big thing to do with that was like because
I
even
mean,
if
streaming killed a lot of stuff.
even if you want to like discuss it in any sense, streaming killed everything, you know.
Yeah, streaming put the numbers down on
And then
porn.
people still porn now and say, "Oh, it's free porn." No, you someone stole
You
it
you
and they
technically
put it
stole
up
it.
somewhere, and the fact that you're watching it, you're just continuing on the trend of the theft of porn.
Hmm.
And I didn't like it sucks. And then like even worse, like you know, people try to justify it because they say, "Why would you pay this and this to be on someone OnlyFans where you can just watch this stuff for free?" It's like, hmm, you know,
Um, yeah, we can. I mean, I understand people feeling like that on one side of the porn, and I understand it, and I totally understand it. But what we're coming across, I think, in this generation is like just since streaming become a big thing, being able to stream video has become a thing. Um, Really, what probably porn needs to be Spotify.
what do you mean?
Like if you have such a good streaming place for porn and how it gets and who puts it up and how it's encoded, all that stuff. Yes, you're gonna have piracy like you have the Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything else. But like like Napster, we had Napster, LimeWire, all that stuff you could download, blah blah blah. If there's a hard push by not only companies and performers to crack down, let's say like there was a platform, not only, but the thing is about porn and the different laws everywhere, you can't do that like
Yeah.
you do a Spotify or Apple Music or something like that. But ultimately, that would be what it have to be, and then it'd be like instead of being like, oh, I'm not a porn star makes any money, you're just like a
I,
you're like a
I
SoundCloud
I
porn
have a
star or
question to
a
do with
Spotify
that.
porn
I have a
star.
question with that.
Mm-hmm.
To do what you're saying, and this is something I really don't know. But when it, because I know in Japan, like they got to blur out certain parts. If
Mm-hmm.
that was accessible, what you just said, in those countries that they have to blur it out, whatever, will they have to do that for the streaming service in those countries?
Huh? Yeah. I mean, you do have to edit. For example, like well, for a different anime. Like I know anime is sometimes even more edited for the Japanese version than the US version, even if it's created in Japan, just because of different standards and practices. So I imagine you would have to not break any laws. So that's ultimately I think what keeps it from being like completely streamlined and legitimized. Because I mean, if you set it up like Spotify in a way, then everybody can get paid something, I guess. But it's hard to do with international laws being what they are, and like some or like different platforms. Like what if you shoot something that's got piss in it, and now you're wanted in Guatemala?
You know, and it's crazy too about what sites, and this is just talking in general, on what sites allow what they allow. Because like, and this is just random, like you can't pee on OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, to me, that's like, I understand, but that's crazy because it's a
I
big
mean,
market. It's a huge market for it, and it's weird that that's one of the no's. Um,
but you got to think about a certain standard, bro. Yeah, that's a big market, but there's a big market for scat too. And hey, once you get to pee, you're heading to poop and vomit and all those stuff. And there's big markets for that. But you keep a certain kind of standard and a certain kind of like a level of what kind of and yeah, all these kind of performers do different kinds of things for different kind of sites and stuff. But you keep a certain kind of look to your site. It never gets that dirty.
and you know what's crazy to me also is the fact that some of the stuff that we're talking about that I've seen recently,
Mm-hmm.
uh was not aware that it was as big as it is a thing until I seen some of them like do it, and then everybody talk about they enjoy it, whatever.
Which part? What are you talking about?
Like I never
Are
knew
you talking
people
about
were in
scat or pee?
both
Okay.
until like the streaming became a thing. I was not aware that it
Oh
was.
yeah. So streaming, yeah. But I think who was it? Our guest Scotty P said it becomes an escalation.
Yeah,
You start off into one thing, and I felt like that was a very honest view of things. Like it starts off, and then you get into other things. Just like probably within most other things. You get more particular the longer you're dealing with.
I agree. It's just different. I know like, because I've said before, I've recorded someone peeing on somebody before, and like, while I was, like I said again, like while I'm recording, it's like it's different. And like, honestly, I don't understand people pooping. Like, I don't understand the whole poop or vomit fixation. I understand that People like the
Mhm.
fact that like, oh, this dick is so big to somebody, they vomit. Like it's making them throw up, whatever. And I don't know
Uh-huh.
if they're getting off from the vomit or they're getting off from the fact that it hits some so big in their throat that they're throwing up. And it's like it's different to me, you know?
Yeah. I guess the thing is to you're not if be glad you don't understand. Be like, I understand somebody likes it, but understanding why probably means why you like it.
True.
So if you always have a lack of understanding of certain things, no matter how much you maybe it's just not something you like.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of things that like this is an old video that me and you are talking in a random on a YouTube video about things that I like and it seemed weird to others. But it's some things that I just would never understand that, people are fixated on. It makes them excited. And to some people it's the only thing that they watch.
Oh,
And yeah,
that sometimes weirds me out a little. I don't want to say weirds me out. I don't want to kink shame, but I don't know. I feel like if you there's two things with I feel like porn. If you expand what you like, you might find yourself getting into stuff you didn't
you didn't know you liked.
anticipate, and you might feel shameful about those things eventually. But
Mhm.
also, if you only stick to one thing you like in porn too, there also can be the thing where you don't like anything else.
True.
So it's like this weird extreme of like either I get very particular into this one thing I kind of like, and it may carry. And let's not be real. Some of this stuff carries over to real life when watching how
Yeah.
people act. So like some people might become particular, and that might be the only thing that might carry over to regular life, where they're like, "This is what I like, and only this." Where in the other extreme is they get off into some stuff where you're like, wow, they're like, I have to get to this heightened sensation and feeling and extreme act just to feel like I'm as turned on with normal stuff
I understand. But
or normal air quotes.
I mean, but the thing is like what's normal anymore? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, air quotes, like because that's subjective.
yeah, I understand that. But I've just seen some weird stuff in the last 4 years. That's just it's just off the wall to me.
I
So,
mean, more people have been more open about certain stuff. Like, yeah, these last 4 years, a lot of girls are licking ass
uh-huh.
and being open about it, which was like, who was really talking about that?
I mean, people like licking
Or it
booty.
was an insult. Yeah, that bitch licking ass. Or bitch, you lick ass. Now it's like, yeah, I be eating that ass. And it's like, some people
Yeah,
are into it.
I
Some
think it's
people are
like
like, yeah.
I remember I remember like it was a big thing. He was saying, "How can you like?" You were just yelling at people like saying, "How can you call yourself, a hetero male if you like your
Oh,
behind?"
yeah, that's right. That was the biggest shame. You like your ass eaten? You must be gay.
Yeah. And it's like personally, I don't, but I don't like people touching my booty hole. But I don't just like I won't say you're this or that because you enjoy it. I mean, because in my opinion, it's all about what you enjoy. Because everybody
Mm-hmm.
has their own type of sensation.
Very much so. I mean, I feel like this. You thought I was feeling you? If it is a munch. Hey, eat my booty for lunch. That's how I feel. I like to get my booty ate by ladies. And if they like it, that's great. I mean, I don't want nobody eating my booty. don't like it, but I don't see it as gay because it's a lady doing it.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a nigga named Bernard, then yeah, that'd be very gay.
why why Bernard though?
I just that's the name I go to when just referencing weird stuff. You might feel a weird old black man with Bernard. Girl, I went over to Bernard house last night.
It's hilarious because I only know one person named Bernard. And like yeah. So it's
No,
just
yeah,
it's,
I had an uncle in Fort Wayne for a while named Bernard.
you're Eskimo Bros with this Bernard. I'll say that.
I'm Eskimo. Oh, is Bernard their
Yeah,
real name?
it's their middle name.
It's a real. Oh,
Yeah.
ooh.
So yeah.
Oh, so many. It's really narrowing it down now because think about it. Shit, I'm Eskimo brothers with like, oh, so many people. If you really think about it,
well,
god damn.
well,
I'm Eskimos with the stars, with the drinks, everybody.
yeah, you've had your fun
I'm
of your
Eskimo
lifetime.
brothers, Eskimo sisters, Eskimo trans for some people, probably.
You're definitely in all those.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly some from one person, but yeah. But yeah, so it was just hilarious. Like that's the only Bernard that I knew, and that person popped in my head when you said that.
His name Bernard. Bernard. You mean Bernard? Nah,
but
Bernard.
but yeah, not to like this thing is like when you realize what you're into, then you somewhat understand some things other people are into, but it's like some
You
things
don't
like you
even.
some things you understand, but there's some things you just don't see the appeal in it. Like
Oh yeah,
scat,
some
like
people.
for scat, like I don't see the appeal in excrement at all. You know, and like for or anything bodily fluid that comes from the waist below, I don't
Mm-hmm.
fully understand.
Understand it. Understandable.
Outside
I
outside of semen coming out of somebody, like I mean like bodily waste coming out like from the waist below, and it's like
bro.
it's different to me.
Here's the crazy thing. So I have a and he just be out there be having sex and stuff. So I'm not gonna say it's because he gay. He's just a gay hoe. I got a buddy. He says when he's on the sites, who be looking up so much. He's like, who's in the scat? He's like, who I see in the scat the most?
Oh,
Yes.
is it like a famous person or just
No, black dudes. He's like black dude. He's a white dude. He's like they're always in the scat.
oh
He's like it's a lot of dudes in the scat, and I'm just like, why? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I've never understood it. And that comes the thing. I mean, we can talk about it all day, but we're not gonna understand unless we talk to somebody being like, yeah, I like shit. I mean, scat, but I
like
like to call it shit.
because like the thing is like I understand that some people feel like it asserts dominance. Then there's some people who just literally like the taste of it,
I
and like
guess.
yeah, and like
Um.
some people just like to do it, and like we had a guest on here, and I had a few conversations with somebody, with this person, who they said like they really like, and it's more than just one person that said this
Wait,
that
we
they
had a wait,
enjoy
wait, wait, wait. We had a guest that likes eating poop.
pee. They like getting peed
Oh,
on,
P. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
and they said that they
Yeah, that's true.
enjoy this person to pee on them because they enjoy their
Oh
taste.
yeah, they said they enjoyed their particular brand.
Yeah, and it's like it's different. Like you're
Well, I
like
mean, I can understand that. Like guys, certain guys, certain people have taste. So like,
it's a
you
girl.
know,
It was a girl that enjoyed a girl's
well, I mean,
taste.
a girl said that, but like, some guys be like, "Damn, I like how that girl pussy tastes," and then some girls be like, "I like how his nut tastes." So I guess you could like how a particular person's pee tastes.
Yeah.
I guess.
But in my opinion, it's just, what you drink and what you intake in your body.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's something. Yeah, I guess I feel the same. So I guess that person has a particular diet that you love to drink the the waste of.
And see, like, and that's one big difference too.
I mean, I've
It's
never
like
peed
it's
on
like more
anybody.
like it's like more so I can understand getting getting peed on rather than
Hmm.
getting peed into the fact that you're going to consume, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay, yeah, I could feel. Yeah, I can understand the pee. That's we sound weird right now, or
Yeah.
sound kind of yeah. I can understand getting peed on, but I can't understand getting drinking the pee. So you put some pee on them, I get it. But you
Like
drinking
I
it? Ugh.
really try to understand
But
kink.
I mean, if you're in the humiliation and stuff, maybe the drinking of, I mean, actually being like, I'm enjoying the drink of this piss is different from, oh, I feel like a little dirty like thing, and I love feeling like a little dirty thing. This person pissed on me. I feel like those are two different things. Like one's
Yeah.
about humiliation, one's about like, I actually like this taste.
Yeah. Yeah. But I've never sat back and watched the poop porn, so I don't know. So I feel
Nah, as soon as shit shows up, I get that's how I'm out of there.
because like, and I'm not gonna say who was the star of this movie, but they were getting penetrated in the back, in the butthole, whatever.
Uh
And
huh.
then like when the person came out, you see a little bit of the brown. I'm
That
like,
takes
oh,
me out.
I'm like,
It takes me out.
I can't.
It takes me out. You gotta clean that shit up.
I mean, like,
If I see some poop, if I'm doing something and the poop shows up, I might keep going, but I might just quit.
it's
We
like
might
I
just have
like
to wrap it up.
personally I already don't like watching anal, but it was I think it was three girls and a dude, and it
Uh
like
huh.
whatever, and then I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, they're at this thing, whatever, and like, and then where I'm like, oh, like that's poop. that that is entirely poop. And man, I know I like, and I'm, like the thing is, like if it's in a movie, I can understand. Like I don't understand it. Like if it happens, like you're at home and you're doing something in
Yeah.
your butt, whatever, and then a little thing come out. Hey, it wasn't planned. It wasn't like you walked up to the girl that morning was like, you know
Uh-huh.
what? I'm going to go deep inside of your booty hole. Go home and prep. You know?
In the movie, you're supposed to be a professional.
Yeah.
That should have been cleaned out. But sometimes shit happens.
Literally.
Literally. Sometimes motherfuckers like, hey, I thought I was clean.
I mean, I know most people, do it the day before, prep. And even
Uh-huh.
that morning they use, the flusher thingy. And it's like,
Yeah. But, somebody might shit on your head one day. It happens.
oh, no one has pooped on my head. Like I feel that I would just feel disgust. They didn't want to call back.
Oh, well, I
I
knew
feel
somebody where another starlet pooped on her head during I think, an anal scene, and she was like under them.
she was what?
The guy, I think she was under, like it was like a threesome, and I
Oh,
think she was under them doing anal, and the guy pulled out and
oh my
pooped on the
God.
other girl's head.
See, I would, and the thing is this, getting pooped
I
on
don't
my
think
head.
they released that scene, but
No,
she,
this is the thing.
they,
So, and this is my mentality about this. So, if that had happened to me, I would feel that the smell would never leave. even though it's probably gone, forever
Time to
gone,
shave your head.
it would just feel like it's there forever. like like I wake like you wake up one morning like 3 years later, and then you just take one of those deep inhales, and you can still
You're like,
smell
it smells like
it.
shit. My head smells like shit. When will it stop?
See, and that's how I feel that it would go down. Hey, and everybody, we're saying all this, but hey, I do want to say this. I do want to point this out. Everybody out there, currently, right now until the 30th, please go on to AVN's website, and they're currently doing prenoms right now, and they're one of the people who finally added the category of most popular adult podcast. And honestly, if you've enjoyed our podcast over the years, or even found a little bit of enjoyment inside of this, you know, please go out there and nominate us. We understand we're up against a whole bunch of other people who have great podcasts out there, but
I'm trying to take it to the big time.
yeah.
I want some of that Adam 22 money. That's what I really want. Let's get on this YouTube. Let's get these. Come on. I need some man. I'm tired of training, guys. I just want to talk.
No, like
So vote.
honestly, like
So we the dark horse people, like who they are, who they
honestly,
is, and
I
then
would love to win, but even just getting nominated is an honor, you know.
man, I'm gonna say this. I would love to win also, but if we were to win, that shit's rigged. And I don't know why. We must be blood sacrifices, Illuminati or something. Because I mean, I want to be nominated, but if we win, if we were to win, well then we got I mean, we really got the hearts and the minds of people. But we don't got their money. So y'all can have a Patreon.
I feel that it was like that is a misclick. Like they made the hit no jumper and they hit us.
Yeah, they're like, we talked the point on now. Burbank Misfits.
Or they might say, I just like their name. Here's a
Yeah, that's
vote.
cool.
The Misfit Effect. I else with
Misfit
that.
Effect.
Or I just don't want blah blah to win. Let me pick
That's
that.
right. That's right. Fuck those other podcasts. You hate them, so vote for us out of spite. Out
I
of
never put
spite.
that up. Is it if you don't like another podcast, vote for us if we get nominated.
Vote for the Burbank Misfits if you hate Adam 22. I personally like his podcast. Vote for Burbank Misfits if you hate Matt Slayer. Vote for Burbank Misfits if you hate Fresh and Fit. Vote for Burbank Misfits if you hate, I guess, all the other
Podcast
porn
Armada.
podcasts. There's a lot of them, actually. So,
Yeah, there's a few that I listen to, and I'm taking it back. It's two that I listen to of all the ones you said. That I listen to often. So I wish the best for everybody, but I just really want to get nominated. So it takes like 30 seconds out of your day just to say, oh, go there, put in the Burbank Misfits name at Burbank Misfits, for our handle on
you
Twitter.
vote faster than a porno preview.
Yeah, and you have and today's this one comes up the 28th. So you have until the 30th. And you can vote every day. So until Wednesday, you can, vote for us 3 more times and put her name out there.
If
Just,
we don't get nominated, fuck you guys. That's what I'm saying now. Fuck you. Fuck all our fans. We're changing this. We're changing it. We're changing this whole podcast. We don't get nominated. We're changing this whole podcast. I don't know to what, but we're changing it because I'm tired.
We're
So
changing
vote for us.
we're gonna
Like it.
we're gonna change it, talk about My Little Pony.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna become the Brony Hour.
We're gonna change it to only talk about that theme song for an hour. That's a theme song. Today we break down the theme song to the Jeffersons. See,
Hmm.
they moved on up out of the big leagues. I mean, they moved up to the big leagues, and they got their turn.
A chance at bat. I mean, they have a chance at success.
And for some reason, they put beans on the grill. And you know what happened? They did not burn.
Burn.
But I don't understand why their fish did not fry in the kitchen. I don't like honestly like I know we're joking, but I don't understand that line in the song. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the
Burn on the grill.
yeah, but I don't understand like fish don't fry in the kitchen.
Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill.
Yeah,
Took like a whole lot of trip trying just to get up that hill.
yeah,
So I'm gonna make some assumptions that I don't know. I think like if you think about older people and the shit the fish they used to fry, like you never went to fry uh perch at home because it stuck up your whole house. So maybe
yeah,
they're saying like we no longer have to cook or eat the things that poor people cook and eat at home.
yeah, yeah. But oh no,
Because think if you cooked a can of beans on a grill because you're poor, they might burn.
yeah, yeah but
This is what I'm saying. Assuming. What's the
but
name
what?
still alive? You should ask her. She wrote it, ain't
Well,
she?
Jeff Berry and Jeanette
Maybe she just
Dumas.
died. Huh?
Jeff Berry and Janet Dumas.
Yeah. Isn't Janet Dumas still alive?
I have no. I just looked up.
That's
I
Walona,
just
right?
huh?
That's Walona, right?
Oh,
Walona from Good Times. She wrote it.
oh, yes, it is.
Wow.
Wow, I just looked up her name
The things
on.
I know.
I just looked up her name Google, and the very first thing that popped up it says, "When did Jenny Dumas pass away?" And all I searched was her name. Why is the internet always killing people?
Because they
Oh,
don't
she
hear
did
for
die.
her, but oh, she did. She died recently. She did. She.
She died in 2020.
Yeah, I knew she either wasn't dead or she died recently. Because her daughter is also a television star.
Oh wow, I didn't. Yeah. Well, she has a lot of kids, so
But one of her daughters is on that show Black Jesus on Adult Swim.
oh, oh, the more you know. Well,
Yeah.
all four of her kids are actresses or actors. Anywho, like wow. And you know what's so sad? We were joking about doing that. That's an entire conversation.
Doing what?
Just talking about like
Oh, breaking
literally.
down. Yeah, yeah. You'd be surprised and how many people are so multi-talented and how like it seemed like it's interesting how more and more things have become more and more independent. Where it's weird, people can get on themselves but also be exploited, and
Yeah.
it's not as much of a safety net as if it seemed like at a time like if you were able to get into the industry, you had the safety net of like always be able to find some work. But
Hmm.
now that things are more independent, you could well shit, you could be a regular person again within 5 years. I mean a regular job having person. You just did extraordinary work. Everybody's
Yeah.
extraordinary and ordinary at the same time, I guess.
But I also feel like I mean I don't mean just the work, I just mean the lyrics themselves. Because you because some songs are written for others. Like for example, I love the Golden Girls theme song. And it's such a
Uh-huh.
quick song, but it's a whole different song that they just took pieces and stuff out of it.
Oh yeah.
And then if you listen to the entire Cheers theme song, it's a lyric in there that like you don't if you don't know it's there, you like and you're singing the entire song somewhere,
Hmm.
it's like, wait a second, what did they just say? And especially for
Oh, some of them songs are real fucked up. If you actually have like the MASH theme song, it's the words, the name of the song for MASH. If you remember that show, it's got an iconic theme, but the words are "Suicide is painless, brings so many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please." Doom, 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 doom. What was it? The game of life is hard to play. I'm gonna lose it anyway. Yeah, and that's like in the 70s, the 60s, 70s. Like,
I think what the Cheers theme song came out in '83. And
mm-hmm.
the fact that like one of the lyrics in the second verse, it talks about your like people's the person's husband. It says the morning's looking bright, and your trink ran off to Europe and didn't even write, and your husband wants to be a girl.
Wow.
Yeah, and that came out in the '80s. It's like, wait a second, wait, what? And
Wait, I mean, that, wow.
it comes
So
out of
it's
nowhere.
basically saying, like, hey, shit's fucked up. You trying to drink? Trying to go to the bar?
And then it just says, "Be glad there's one place in the world that everybody knows your name."
Hey.
It just goes to finish the rest of the song. But like that lyric, it just comes
Whew, that's out of nowhere. Well,
and
not
it's
all
like
out of
because
nowhere.
that whole line start with rolling out of bed with in your coffee pot is dead. And it's like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
so
Just a bunch of bad breaks.
you can't drink coffee. Is gloomy outside. Your shrink left, didn't tell you, and your husband wants to be a woman. And it's like, I mean, that's nothing wrong with your husband want to be a woman. But like, it's just like, where did that line come from?
No, there's not any nothing, but it's just like I guess they're just trying to say like here are some extreme things that would make you sad or like would mess up your debt here because it's an escalation of things. Because then it's like,
Yeah,
well, hey, well if you're having a deal with your husband telling you he wants to be a girl, then you could probably go to your therapist is in Europe, so you can't even do that. So hey, you might as well go to a place where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came.
and like, do you like? Have you seen? I think I posted a video of the dude singing the lyrics to Friends. And
Oh, that shit is sad.
yeah, like I listened because it's what's that word supposed to be? He just regularly like sings it, and it's like, so no one told you life was going to be this way. Your job's a joke. You're broke, and your love life is dead on arrival. It looks like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or your year. And it's like, oh my God, that's
It's pretty, yeah, that
you're
sucks. But I guess it's saying like,
you're you're still in bed at 10 and work began at 8. You burnt your breakfast. So far things are going great.
well, that's I guess he's saying like at least you have, no matter what's going wrong, you'll have human connection with, well, sounds like
Yeah,
most likely other toxic people. You're like everything's going wrong, and they're like, I'll be there for you. I'll always be there for you, no matter what goes wrong. But eventually, you got to start to think: is everything wrong happening to this person, or is something going on in their lives? Do
yeah,
I
that
need to
makes
be right now? That song cannot work for today's youth because they're like that person is toxic. I need to get away from them. They're always having bad things happen to them, so I need to be. So I will not be there for them because it's not advantageous for me to be always be there for them.
I do want to say this. I know this entire thing we're doing right now started off as a joke, But we really
Mm-hmm.
need to make this an episode just for
This might be an
that.
episode. Yeah. Because okay, so one thing me and Morris, the friend, always talks about when we were working out and then like writing, is that I always say this: words are spells. I mean, words can cast spells. Words are powerful. You really do have to watch what you say, and
And
if
like you
you
say,
can, watch what you think and watch how you say it. That's true. Um, and you have to think about the things we invoke when we say them. So like these lyrics, the songs, and I mean, we can talk about this all day with when it comes to like, especially what people talk about when they talk about black music, air quotes. Uh,
and like
is
it was crazy. Like
is
in
you
like
cast spells, so you got to be careful like what you say and the words they have meaning. So like,
because because
what
what's
do you?
crazy is like you can just be saying what the heck, and the tone at which you say it can have two different implications.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like you can say what like you look at something, it's like what the heck, whatever, and it can be seem like you're angry, but you're just
Uh
saying
huh.
like you're more so just shocked, like what the like we would say what the heck, like you're excited about it, but it's not angry. So it's just like tone, and because some people have aggressive voices, you don't necessarily mean understand what how they're saying it, you know.
Yeah, it reminds me to think of like it makes me think of like Bernie Mac on King's Comedy when he's like, black people, we yell at you, yeah, we gonna hoop and holler, but we ain't gonna do nothing, we ain't gonna hurt you, we ain't gonna hurt you, we just yelling like, and I
Yeah,
think a lot of people, and a lot of people when it comes to that, that's where they're like, oh, people are so angry and upset. And like, you're so like, why are you yelling? And it's like, I'm not yelling. I'm just very passionate. I've sped up my rate. Okay, my voice has heightened and I sped up the rate of speech, but that's because I'm excited. I'm not exactly angry.
yeah,
I just, I'm passionate about this. But, uh, but also sometimes when somebody does that to you, that's also like a method of like trying to exert control over a
yeah.
situation,
Of how you
which I
saying what you're
understand.
saying, but you know, it's interesting. It's always interesting. And so, and for
So,
like our last 10 minutes here, I do want to talk about what animes you want everybody to watch really quick. So we did discuss that at some point.
okay, I did watch this. I just watched this kind of horror anime. It's actually Korean. The animation, it's got that like kind of chop, like kind of CG animation, but it's pretty interesting. It's called Beauty Water, and basically the premise is, hey, uh, South Korea has all this crazy beauty standards and about beauty stuff. So what they do, so what the premise is this: there's this mysterious product called Beauty Water that allows you to shape your face and your skin and make you beautiful. But then there's some setbacks and addiction things that happen with it, and all kinds of craziness that happens with it, which is pretty interesting. So and it has a crazy twist at the end that I was usually pretty like, yeah, okay, that's the twist. And that wasn't no twist. I think I kind of figured that to some degree. And then it was just like, nope, this even got even more twisted. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
So I check it out. It's called Beauty Water. Um, Chainsaw Man is the shit. I love Chainsaw Man right now. Um, right. That's it. I heard Spy Family is pretty good. And there's a few more things I want to check out for fall. What do you got?
so honestly, I've only watched recently one anime, and it's about this dude who was reborn and he comes back in a new body, whatever. And only like no one knows it's him, but people are suspect like they think it's him, whatever. And it's called the greatest dragon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. It came out in April of this year. So it's only 12 episodes. I mean, in my opinion, it's something you could just sit back and watch and have it on, whatever. It's not the greatest anime, so you're not gonna, write books about it. But, if you need something to, is a sit back and enjoy, I would recommend it.
Mhm.
And it's
That
only
is
12
cool.
it's only 12 episodes. So it's not like it's a crazy amount of it's a crazy amount of episodes.
Uh huh. It's been super popular these last couple of years. Either isekai or I was powerful. Even if it's either isekai or like whether it goes to the north to the human world or to a magical world, or it seems to be a lot of hey, I was super powerful and now I was reborn as nobody, or I had some kind of status and now I don't have status. Very interesting.
I do know that it's three animes that I intend to watch. I just have not had the opportunity to watch. And one of the animes was the one that we saw that we saw on the video you were watching the other day. And
Oh, the fall 22, like animated watch.
yeah, it was one anime that was on there that actually ended. They had the last episode of it air yesterday, and I couldn't think of the name of it because I said high school, and you said, "Well, that narrows it down." But is it called High Classroom of the Elite? And the
Oh
second
yeah, yeah. I think you told me about
and the
that.
second season just ended yesterday, and like I really enjoyed that first season. I might have to actually go back and rewatch it, but that just ended yesterday, and like that one, The Devil is a Part Timer second season ended recently, and I didn't know this, but Boku
Oh,
no
Boku no Pico.
Boku no Hero,
Boku no Pico.
Boku no Hero.
Boku no Pico.
I started saying it because I was looking at it, and then I said Pico. Boku no
Boku
Hero,
no.
Boku no Hero. My Hero Academia season 6 is out, and I didn't know that started.
Damn, you're
actually had
over,
to
ain't it?
leave a chat room the other day because they were talking about the most recent episode. And I'm like, oh, I can't be hearing this right now because it
Yeah.
was
Which
just
reminds me, I gotta get to see Wakanda Forever.
yeah. And please do because I really want to talk about
Okay. You watched it on bootleg, didn't
it. Yep, and I'm proud of it.
you?
It was a great bootleg too.
Wow.
No fuzziness. It was DVD quality,
Wow.
and I watched it with my mother. So
Wow. That's crazy. You couldn't even go to the theater and support. Send me that though. Wow. I can't believe you didn't even do it. I can't even go to the theater and see it. I'll be eating a fucking pizza and watch it.
but there's a few old animes that I feel like if you watch it you'll enjoy it, whatever, and they went overlooked the last few years, or you just feel that they didn't get the attention they deserved. And there's been three different animes I've been sitting used because it pops up in my timeline that I've been sitting you that I find hilarious, and
Mm-hmm.
you laughed at it, whatever, and it's not like and for some people who like don't like that type of anime, which is really extreme, but they probably won't even know about it.
I mean, you're just a super harem fan,
Yeah. Well, it isn't like the one I
and
sent you is like isn't really a harem though. It's just like because it's Chiamata, a world where dirty jokes don't exist. And
oh, that
basically,
one, yeah, that one's funny.
yeah, and this one I've been sending you because of the girl with the cookies, whatever. And literally is just about a world where, they got rid of porn. And you can't talk about sex. Just
Or they just don't.
yeah. So it's just it's just different, you know. And
Hmm.
then even like if you go with a story that just has, you know, a girl's trying to get to Australia, we had Antarctica rather, a story that plays further in the universe. It's literally just about some four girls trying to get to Australia, and that's it. And it's a really cute anime.
Four girls trying to get to Australia.
Antarctica rather,
Okay. That's-
because one of the girls,
I
one
was
of the
gonna say,
girls' mother
Australia ain't
disappeared
that
there.
hard to get to.
Antarctica. So one of
Yeah.
like but you know they had to raise the money, and like it goes through the entire struggle with them
Hmm.
raising the money to get there, doing everything, and how, you know, everything they went through to get there, and basically their why they want to get there. And I think you could I can say that it's because one of the girls' mothers disappeared there,
Hmm.
and she wants to get there to see if she can, you know, find her mom. So I mean, it's like one of those, is one of those cute animes, and it's not a harem. It's more so a. So I like slice of life too. So you might say this is more so a venture comedy, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put it in
Sounds like
slice of life.
adventure.
I
Sounds
wouldn't
like
even put it in
adventure
slice of
comedy.
life. Yeah,
That's not slice of life. That's obviously it's a goal. It's a particular goal.
you know. So like I would say that. So that's three that I do want to watch. Like Classroom of the Elite 2, Boku no Hero season 6, and The Devil is a Part Timer. Though I might need to watch The Devil is a Part Timer season 1 again because it's been so long. And second season is coming out now or just ended. No, it's going on now because it ends the 29th. So the last episode of the 12 episodes ends in 2 days of season 2. And season 1 came out like in 2016 or something.
Mm.
And yeah, and basically all it's about is, you know, the devil the devil got a job at the devil got a job at a fake McDonald's.
Got a
He got
McDowell.
he left he left head like left below, and yeah, and I forget which one he is because they break it up as there's under the three names, um Satan, devil, and Lucifer.
Beelzebub?
Huh?
Is it Beelzebub?
Well, I don't know if they did in season 3, but in season 1 is devil, Lucifer, and another one. So well, I was saying it's been a little while because like I think I watched it like season season 1 came out in like 2013,
Mm.
and season 2 just came out. So it's like that that range, and they have like, you know, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but let me see, yeah, Sadu, the main character of season 1, is Satan, and then later on Lucifer comes out.
Mm.
No, yeah, so they just have the different names. So, and then I want to finally get you to watch Recreators.
Yeah, I have to watch it now that I really that you explained the premise. I was like, I read a comic book like that.
Yeah, I mean, like I say again, the first one is really just introducing the characters. So the first one is episode is kind of like, am I gonna enjoy this? But after you get past that first episode, it's really good. So yeah. But anyway, is there anything else you want to tell the world out there?
I don't think so.
So everybody out there, please, please, today go vote for us. Hopefully we'll get nominated. And if we get nominated, we'll actually go to AVN, and it'll be my first. I've been around porn for a long time now. I've never been, but if I'm actually nominated, I will actually make an appearance. And yeah, and if we actually win, we'll dedicate it to all of you. But yeah, we'll see y'all next week. I don't know who we'll have on right now. We have a guest scheduled, but I don't want to say their name just in case stuff happens. And we'll see you all next time. Peace out, be well, stay blessed.